Asia Pacific IoT Command Centre to be established in Adelaide. Canadian building management company BGIS will expand its Adelaide-based Australian Operations Centre to monitor clients across the Asia Pacific region. The BGIS Adelaide Remote Control Command Centre will be modelled on its Toronto Remote Control Centre. The global company plans to utilise the latest Internet of Things technologies in Adelaide to remotely control buildings in other states and countries through Internet-connected devices and sensors. This includes the monitoring and activation of lights, sensors, security alarms, fridges and air conditioning units. It employs about 8,000 people across the United States and manages about 30,000 client locations across the globe. It's now established in the Central Business District of Adelaide, a remote control command centre. It also delivers integrated facilities management to different utilities, including SA Water, SA Power, Networks, Optus, BAE Systems, BP and BAE. So it's a very powerful company for a so-called real estate or building management company. And the Adelaide office also acts as a centralised service delivery hub for the company's defence industries businesses, which includes the Federal Department of Defence and private defence companies, and it provides financial shared services for the Asia Pacific businesses. So it's a centralised hub, a bit like the UK's fusion doctrine, where corporations and defence, they're all happily in the same building working together. So apparently the military industrial complex wants to know what's in your fridge. Interesting.
Refrigerator, refrigerator.
Yes, Papa.
Do you have water?
No, Papa.
Traveling glass.
No, Papa.
Open your door.
Ha, ha, ha.
This is the 4th annual Inspired Future event. Inspired Future means inspiring of those of today and tomorrow to make change. This change is absolutely necessary as we get into a new economic future, and that economic future has to be defined by us. It's great to have such key speakers like Jeremy Rifkin, because they're the conduits of change. They provide that inspiration, they provide us opportunities to define our own roadmaps for that change.
I think there's an enormous opportunity here with business leaders across Ontario to begin to come together and map out a new digitalized third industrial revolution for Ontario and Canada. I think what's very interesting in the last few years is where we are now with climate change. We're now getting more and more very, very dramatic reports back that climate change is escalating at an exponential rate. Now is the moment for Canada and the rest of the world to begin to commit ourselves in the business community, the civil society and governance to laying out the blueprint for transforming into an Internet of Things platform for a third industrial revolution digitalized economy. This is the only way we're going to be able to lower our ecological footprint, increase our efficiencies, and hopefully in time to address climate change so we don't have a collapse of the planet we live in.
The Internet of Things, or IoT, is influencing our lifestyle from the way we react to the way we behave. From air conditioners that you can control with your smartphone, to smart cars providing the shortest route, or your smartwatch which is tracking your daily activities. IoT is a giant network of connected devices, These devices gather and share data about how they're used and the environment in which they're operated.
You've been sucking Gotham's brainwaves, and now you've devised a way to read men's minds.
You betcha! Soon my little box will be on countless TVs around the world, feeding me credit card numbers, bank codes, sexual fantasies, and little white lies. Into my head they'll go. Victory is inevitable! For if knowledge is power, then a god am. Was that over the top? I can never tell.
Skynet satellite ground station has opened up in Adelaide to aid the UK military communications, and they're connected to Airbus and to OneWeb, which the UK government has a 45% stake in, and they're building satellite uplinks in Mawson Lakes. So now you can see this, the United Kingdom has boosted its communication capabilities. Skynet 5 system sounds very much like Terminator Skynet, and it's moved it from the Middle East into Southeast Asia region by bringing it here to Adelaide, Mawson Lakes. Now you know how the Skynet is integrating with the remote control center, which is also in Adelaide. This is not a coincidence. So this is not just about monitoring fridges and air conditioners, because the defense industries are deeply invested in this.
Skynet defense system
We're in.
now activated.
We're past the firewalls, local defense nets, Minutemen, and subs. Skynet fully operational, processing at 60 teraflops a second.
Sir,
it should take less than a minute to find the virus and kill it.
All access inquiries to your supervisor.
Let's pray to God this works.
Skynet defense system now activated.
Power failure? No. I don't know what it is.
Tony, what the hell is going on?
The following animation shows components of the OneWeb system design. Unlike geostationary satellites that operate at an altitude of 36,000 kilometers, the OneWeb system operates at 1,200 kilometers, resulting in significantly lower latency and better system performance. Our system will provide full global coverage, which is shown here. The gateways are shown here in red. The teardrops moving around illustrate the OneWeb satellites in orbit, which will communicate with the gateway infrastructure for connection to the internet. end users will connect to the satellites via OneWeb user terminals. As satellites pass over users, the terminals, represented here by a white dot, will hand off connections between beams and then to the next approaching satellite. The resulting connection and connectivity will provide high-speed access as shown in the download simulation here.
It's a bittersweet symphony that's live, trying to make ends meet. You're a slave to money, then you die. I'll take you down the only road I've ever been down. You know, the one that takes you to the places where